Guys, this is my look. Only using ding. All right, let's begin this challenge. So excited to do this for Juno & Co. We're gonna start with a clean microfiber sponge. I am going to do my eyeshadow, I'm going to do my foundation, concealer, contour, only using a wet one and a dry one. So you can see the comparison in a wet one right there and a dry one, how much bigger it gets when it's wet. All right, I'm going to begin with one of my favorite foundations. This is the FITME Maybelline foundation in the color 355 Coconut. And I'm just gonna put a little bit. And I like to use the flat part. 2 pumps. And I like to dab it on the skin like this. You can also brush it because this sponge is like a brush. And a little bit goes a long way. I really should have used 1 pump but I'm so used to using the sponges where a little bit of my foundation is soaked up. This one, the foundation sits right on top, and a little bit goes a long way. I always do my eyeshadow first. However, I'm using my sponge to do my eyeshadow, so I gotta do my foundation first. Add just a little bit more because I want a little more coverage. All right, foundation is done. Only using the sponge. Now I'm gonna go in with my concealer, Cafe. Use the applicator to apply. Use the sponge to blend. Okay, that's the concealer. And here we go with the same side, that flat side of the sponge. All right, concealer has been added, foundation is added. Now let's move on to the contour. I'm going to use the Anastasia foundation in the color Earth to do my contour. All right, and so I'm gonna use not the flat side, I'm gonna use the back side of the sponge right there to do the contour, because I kind of like to squeeze a sponge, and we're gonna do that. It's such an easy blend. I love this sponge. Yes, I do. I like to take the flat side where the concealer was and go under the contour just a little bit more. And keep blending everything out so there's no harsh lines. Earth is a bit dark, but I like it. Ooh, hot. Oh. And then I kind of like to use the pointy side, flat side, to go in with the nose. Look how easy that just faded away. OMG. The sponge is amazing. And this is in real time. This is not sped up. This is not edited. This is real time, okay? Juno, if I can get 40 of these sponges for my kids, I'd appreciate it. All right, you all. So now you see the contour. I just use the flat side just to kind of, because it's clean, to fade everything else away. Making sure everything is right. Okay. Now on to the most challenging part, and it's gonna be my eyes. So we're gonna first powder under my eyes. So if there's any fallout, where's my powder at? This is SASHA Buttercup powder. However, there is some Laura Mercier mixed in here. So we're gonna use this powder, okay? I'm gonna take the tip of the sponge, the flat part and the tip, as you can see, in there. The sponge is damp, and I'm just gonna go right underneath my eyes. This is gonna help set everything that I've done so it doesn't crease, as well as get me ready for my eyeshadow and in case there's any fallout. The question is, how am I gonna wipe all this off? Okay, let's put a little underneath that contour too, just to make it stand out a little bit more as well. Woo! All right, you all, the most challenging part. So I am choosing to use a dry, I'm going back and forth. Do I want to use it dry or do I want to use it wet? Because I am going to be using my Juno palette. You all know I've done a few tutorials with this. This is the Summer Nights palette. Absolutely love it. It's called Mad Love. And look at the colors. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. Woo! You talking about loving this palette. Love it. So the reason why I say I don't know if I want to use it wet or dry is because the glittery ones you can use a little bit wet. However, let's see. I think I'm going to go ahead and use it dry first. So I'm going to take the color right there. That is the color Bravo with the tip of my sponge, as you can see. And I'm actually just going to dab it all over my lid. Okay. Nice and blended. Okay. Yeah, I think I know what I'm gonna do. So we're taking that blend, dry flat side. Okay. Now I'm gonna take the tip of it and use the color Bleach. Sorry, I don't have glasses on, but bleach right there, and just do a little bit underneath the bra. I'm blowing it off just a little bit so it's not added too much. Okay. Okay. So my precision isn't as good as it should be because it is getting added a little bit too far down. So I'm gonna take the tip of the sponge and just go right underneath. Yeah, there we go. That's what I want. Just the tip. Woo-hoo. should have blew it off, but that's okay. Okay, so what color should I use next? This is so exciting. I love doing this. Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead in with the wet sponge because I want to use a shimmery color. I'm gonna use the color Good Girl in that pinky color right there. And again, now the sponge is a little, I'm gonna blow it just a little bit to get that excess powder that I put under my face, on my face, and just use the tip of this. And I just want that in the inner, the pinky color, Good Girl. Okay. Okay, it's adding, but it could be better. Okay. Okay, a little bit powdery because of my powder that's on it, but that's okay. Okay, now I'm gonna take some of the gold that's right there. And it's okay, I'm gonna mix the pink and gold together. It's okay, because I want it all blended. And I'm gonna put the gold right in the middle. Okay, we got some pink and we got some gold, y'all. Ooh, and I think I'm gonna add some purple. Yes, the purple. The gold was called Woke, I'm sorry, and the purple is called Purple Rain. And I'm gonna take, again, the tip of the sponge. And what I'm gonna do real quick, just so you know everything I'm doing, I'm gonna wipe off any excess, which I probably should have did that before I started. That's okay. We're gonna take the purple, and we're gonna add it to the outer, okay? But before I do that, since I cleaned the sponge a little bit, I'm gonna just wipe any excess off. Okay, take the purple. I'm gonna add it right in the outer corner here. Right there. Okay. Look at the purple. Ready. And then a little over here. So there's some fallout because of the sponge. I'll take the purple just like that. Oh, and you know where else I'm gonna take the purple? Underneath. I love doing that. Whew. It's in my eye a little bit. So I'm going to take the clean sponge and just kind of wipe off any of the excess off. This is a funny challenge. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of e.l.f. Cosmetics mascara before I put my lashes on. gonna take my favorite palette from Eyes, Lips, Face, e.l.f. Cosmetics, and I'm going to dab the dry bottom part of the sponge in here with the two lightest colors, right there, and apply just a little bit of blush. Okay, now I'm going to take my Mist Set from e.l.f. Cosmetics. Make sure it's not the brush cleaner because you know they have it in the exact same bottle. And spray my skin. And that helps for that powder that I wasn't able to get fully off to kind of settle. And then I'm going to add some lashes really quickly. These lashes, get off of eBay, love them. To kind of just settle in my skin. I like to do my lashes just with my hands. I'm not gonna do any top liner for obvious reasons. I just don't think that I can do it. I had a little extra glue, so I want to add a little over there. You want to get your lashes super close to your lash line because you're not using any liner. And then I like using the black glue because it's going to dry black. It'll be just right. Get it super close so, you know, eyeliner kind of covers up any mistakes with your lashes. So I don't have that option. I'm choosing not to have that option. If you want to try it, let me know how it goes. Putting liner on with just sponges only. As close as we can. Ooh, this look is so pretty! I'm so excited it turned out pretty. Alright, I'm gonna let that dry a little bit. While I'm letting it dry, I'm going to use the bottom part of the wet sponge to dab into my shimmer powder that I broke, the STILA Eyeshadow Gold Glow. I just want to use just a little bit to give me, yes, give me some glow. Pretty. Glowing, glowing, glowing. And again, the Mist Set, when you feel like you powdered your face a little too much, whether it's shimmer or what have you, just fix it with the Mist Set. You'll be good to go. And then I'm taking the dry sponge just to take off any excess that I don't want. And lip. Nicely Nude from e.l.f. Cosmetics. This is a brown liner from Black Up. Take the dry part of the sponge. Guys, this is my look. Only using pink. I should have been there for you and made you feel at home. All this heartbreak, girl, I earned, but I still feel it when it burns, and I'm falling from the darkness, and I'm bitter, bitter for all the things I said. I'm trying to move on, but seeing you was messing with